title of our topic today. Okay, for those of you who don't know too much about Reviva, we launched in 1973, and our founders, Stephen and Judith Strassler, basically had just one goal in mind, and that was to create safe and effective skincare treatments that really produced visible results. Mr. Strassler was one of the first male estheticians in all of the United States, and he was fascinated with ingredients and wanting to bring what was normally just only available in salons with estheticians into the public's hands and make it accessible. So we have spent nearly half a century attracting loyal customers based on the products that Mr. Strassler and Judith formulated. And we are still committed to using the highest quality ingredients, just as he was, that are both safe and effective. And as we continue to formulate and tinker with formulas in the line today. So, and most of our products are safe for all skin types. So, all right, let's get down to why winter does such a number on our skin. Because we will notice it. As soon as the season changes, so does our skin. Cold temperature, low humidity create drier air, and it just seems to suck away the moisture from our skin. And consequently, some people even get more sensitive or more susceptible to irritation because of this lack of moisture in the skin. So why does this happen? I was fascinated with that. We all know it happens, but I wanted to find out why, and I did. It's happening actually at a cellular level, and I've never been trained this in all my skincare education. But according to a study published in the British Journal of Dermatology, the reason your skin changes largely comes down to one protein in the skin called filaggrin. Now, filaggrin plays a really important role in supporting the skin's barrier. It brings together other structural proteins to the outermost cells to form tight little bundles. And eventually these tight little bundles flatten out and strengthen the top layer of the skin and create the barrier. So consequently, they help maintain hydration. The stronger the barrier, the better hydrated your skin will be. And it keeps your skin feeling moist and pH balanced as well. But researchers found that in cold, dry air, that outermost layer of the skin cells shrink. And in that process of shrinking or contracting because of the cold air, filaggrin that's been stored in the skin begins to degrade. So as it degrades, it's no longer able to create those great little bundles that help strengthen the skin. So that leads to dry, scaly texture. And since the cheeks and your hands are naturally lower in filaggrin, they experience the worst of it. And they experience that change in texture first. So additionally, as I just said before, dry skin increases the risk of inflammation. And that's why you see a lot more people that have seasonal flare-ups of conditions like eczema and psoriasis in the winter, because their skin too is reacting to that diminishment or the degrading of the filaggrin that we need to help create a strong barrier. Because if you don't have that strong barrier, skin cells begin eventually to, if you can imagine, I don't know if you can see me, you probably can, they curl up and they don't have that bond between them. And right where that break in the barrier happens is where irritants can easily get into the skin and moisture escapes. So that's why you need to really make sure that your barrier is as strong as it can be. So a couple things you can do. We'll get into the skincare products in a minute, but just what can we do to save our skin? When you're outside, as I mentioned, your skin loses, scientists estimate, about 25% of its ability to hold moisture. So that's quite a bit. So not only do you want to shield your skin with scarves and wear gloves just because it's cold and you want to maintain, the heat in your body, It also has the effect of retaining moisture in your skin. So cover up, obviously you want to wear a hat to keep the heat in, but if you cover up your face, which we have to do anyway right now, mask on top of mask, it's actually helping to retain the moisture. And try to avoid the scratchier fabrics if you can, because that's just going to irritate sensitive skin. So finding a cotton wool blend, or just cotton sometimes, or if you can, a cotton or even cashmere, ooh la la, if you can afford it. But just try for the softer fabrics. Even some synthetics are perfectly good and warm and soft. So you're covering up not only to keep yourself warm, but to save your skin. And when you're inside, use a humidifier. Obviously, humidity is lower both outside as well as inside the house because of indoor heating, and humidifiers can replenish that moisture. And set it to around, I saw this at a couple different articles as I was preparing for this. It was consistent, 60%. If you set the humidifier to 60%, that would be sufficient to replenish that top layer of your epidermis. And it just brought me back to thinking about a humidifier. Some of you know that I'm originally from New York. And when I lived in the city, in an old apartment building, you cannot turn off those old radiators. They are just constantly blasting heat. I lived in a loft space in this huge ceilinged apartment, and there was another little bedroom in a loft. So it was even hotter up there because heat rises. So I used to have to crack the window, and I would put a humidifier right on my face when I went to bed at night, because it was for breathing, actually, so I could breathe better, but also it helped my skin, because though I have normal skin, it got very dry in that environment between inside and outside. So I love humidifiers. Also, try to take baths and showers that are not quite hot, even though it's very tempting to warm yourself up. Stick to more lukewarm to warm water, because hot water will strip away your surface oils. And of course, for environmental reasons, as well as just for your skin, no more than 10 minutes or less, and avoid abrasive sponges and loofahs that, again, might feel great, like, oh, I'm going to take off all that dry, dead skin cells, but really what you're doing is irritating your skin when it's having hard enough time holding on to moisture. And if you can, use bath oils, but be careful not to slip. All right, that's it. Yeah, slipping is not good. Okay, timing matters. Don't wait to apply your moisturizer. In fact, immediately after you bathe or wash your hands, while your skin is still damp, it is true, you put your moisturizer on, and it will help to plug in those spaces in your skin cells and seal that moisture in while the skin is still damp. So make that a practice. It's a good practice to do anyway. It may feel too gloomy in the summer, but absolutely do it in the winter. It really, really helps. As your skin is drying, it will absorb the moisture that you've added on and create a stronger barrier. And stay hydrated. I don't know about you, but I am constantly drinking water in the winter. To stay hydrated, again, because inside is a little bit, I have a little space heater going now. I'm not too proud to say that. It gets colder here, and I live in an older house, so there's not great heating in this part. So I have a little space heater, and I have to constantly drink water because I'm losing the moisture in the air around me, and it's making a difference to me. And don't forget, we can save our skin by eating the right food, believe it or not. There is absolutely a skin, gut, inside-outside beauty connection. So as you increase your daily intakes of fats, that will help your skin. Things like nuts, seeds, walnuts, olive oil, saffron oil, avocados, flax seeds, all those things will help increase the essential fatty acids. That's what they are in your system, and eventually it'll end up a little bit on your skin. So it's good for you and for your skin. So what can you do with regard to actual skincare products? What should you be looking for? Now, if you missed last month's webinar, I would encourage you to go back to our website and take a look. It was all on up and coming ingredients that are really hitting 2021 with a vengeance. So some of these you'll see again, but that was just based on popularity of ingredient, what to look for. This is based on, this presentation right now is based on hydrating ingredients that you should look for in your skincare products. So clearly, pardon me, hyaluronic acid and sunflower oil. Hyaluronic acid is the backbone of our Reviva products. So many of our products contain, in fact, all the products that are shown here contain hyaluronic acid because we believe in just protecting that barrier. It's a humectant. And sodium hyaluronate is another form of hyaluronic acid. It just has a little bit of a lower molecular weight, so it's more easily absorbed. So they're not exactly interchangeable, but know that they're doing a similar function for your skin, which is they act like a sponge. So they attract and bind moisture to the skin to help increase the hydration in your skin. This will help immediately reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, reduces redness because you're improving that barrier, and your skin just looks more plump, healthier, and more vibrant. I put mine on this morning because we have Santa Ana winds here in Southern California, so they're either cool or hot, dry winds, but they're dry, and they just wreak havoc with my lungs and my and my skin. The other great ingredient to look for is sunflower oil. It has emollient properties that help the skin to retain its moisture. It's high in vitamin E, which is always good to protect the skin and decrease your inflammation, and rich in omega-6 fatty acids. It's non-irritating, highly absorbent, and the best part is all skins can use it. So from oily to the driest. So again, here's a collection of different products, from cleanser to serums to moisturizers, day and night, that really help hydrate the skin instantly from Reviva. And they're all from, because they're all in that blue packaging, that means they're all from our hydrating collection. We have 8 different collections that we categorize our products with. Protecting your skin against the cold, more hydrating ingredients to look for are essential fatty acids found in oils like argan oil, rosehip, grapeseed, hemp, and sea buckthorn. So these fatty acids, omega-6, support healthy, hydrated skin. And these are 2 brand new products. They will be available on our website first and then into distribution as quick as we can get it there. And we're very, very excited about these. I've just run through my little sample that I was sent to test it out. But I loved this. I have tried the both of these, but the Calming Renewal CBD serum with argan oil, hemp oil, shiitake mushroom, turmeric, red seaweed extracts, jojoba, and rosehip oil. It's very lightweight serum, goes on super easily, and what I like is it absorbs really easily and effectively, and I know it's helping immediately to reduce inflammation and oxidative stress to my skin. Followed by the Calming Rejuvenation Cream. This has more nourishing essential fatty acids in addition to the hemp oil. It has sea buckthorn, again, oil, rosehip oil, grapeseed oil, but manuka honey. So the manuka honey is really healing, as you probably know, and soothing to the skin. So between these 2, we're launching this at the perfect time, just when people are going to be looking for hydrating ingredients. But again, this at least the CBD, they're both, the cream is a cream, but the serum will be great all year long. Both of them will be, really, but if you like a cream. In any event, look on our website for that, and hopefully at a store near you soon. Exfoliation. Now, we don't usually think about protecting our skin from the cold and exfoliation. And the truth is, I would caution against using any physical exfoliator that is too aggressive. I instead, for the winter, rely on chemical exfoliators. So that would be what we know as alpha hydroxy acids, AHAs, and BHAs. The AHAs, there's two kinds here on this slide, glycolic and lactic acids. They're both naturally derived from either sugarcane for the glycolic or lactic is milk. And they both work to loosen the bond between the skin cell that's dead and dry and ready to be replaced by the fresh new skin that's just below it. By doing that, either with just a cleanser, a toner, each of these have between 3 and 4% or the 10% glycolic acid cream. By using these more gentle ways of exfoliating the skin, you're allowing the hydrating products to penetrate, as opposed to having them put on and just, not, and bouncing off basically a dead skin cell and not penetrating. People don't realize that you do need to keep that freshest, newest skin available so it can absorb what it needs. Same is true for the ultra rich, ultra light daytime moisturizer. It does have a bit of like lactic acid in it. It's milder than glycolic. It's very good for sensitive skins. And again, you'll get that rich moisturization with the vitamin C to be able to penetrate much more easily. So I would look for, again, AHAs or BHAs as opposed to physical exfoliators during the winter. And eyes. The eyes, the thinner skin around the eyes, you often see a diminishment of certainly of hydration, but an accentuation of lines and even wrinkles during the winter. So I have plucked out or highlighted ingredients in our two eye products, both the firming eye serum and the under eye dark circle serum. Sunflower seed oil, essential fatty acid, and hyaluronic acid are in the firming eye cream, and the hyaluronic acid, aloe, and niacinamide are in the under eye dark circle. So obviously their functions are different. One's more about firming the skin. The other is about under eye dark circle cream. So it really is up to you, if you're helping a customer, select by asking which concerns you more, dark circles or firmness in your eye area, but know and feel confident that both of these will add to the hydration that's needed in the winter. The secondary thing is which troubles people more. You can use both of them. I personally, I would use firming at night when my body's at rest and use the under eye dark circle during the day. But if people aren't inclined to buy two, help them choose based on what they need most, but know that they both will help with hydration. And lastly, masks. Again, not a scrubby mask, but a nice, either one of these or both of these. I use these interchangeably. So the fruit enzyme mask with pumpkin and pineapple and papaya, natural enzymes that again work very similar to an AHA, an alpha hydroxy acid. They're just gently loosening the bond between the two cells to just slough off dead skin cells. I love this. It is very gentle, but I don't feel tight after using this mask at all. My skin still feels supple. And the hydrating mask is just that. It hydrates. I pack this on my skin at night, particularly after a Santa Ana day like this, that I need to have that extra moisture that's just been, I know, depleted from my skin in like 24 hours. So this will be an instant shot of hydration. So between the two, it's like a spa day for yourself. A little exfoliation followed by, all of a sudden my mouse isn't working, followed by hydration. Hang on, folks. Don't know why I can't. Let me try this. Oh, we were so close to the end. I don't know what happened. I don't know why my screen has frozen. Oh, my apologies. This is like a trainer's worst nightmare when your technology fails on you. Yeah, rats. Let me see. I have another. If I was gonna next, I think was just when it decides to wake up and advance. Let me just finish by saying protection against the cold. Also, do not forget your sunscreen and antioxidants. It's really interesting. Well, as you probably know, if you're in an area where you have access to skiing, you get sunburn skiing just as you do when you go to the beach surfing. It's the same UVA, UVB, but it's in addition, it's like snow is like water. It reflects the infrared rays back up on your skin. So, and that's a different kind of ray. So, but you get like that bad burn. So make sure you're using sunscreen plus antioxidants during this time. Oh, look at that. It's decided to, I'm going to stop screen sharing for a sec. Oopsie. This is bizarro. Okay. So sunscreen, antioxidants, and then cleansers. I know I only showed one cleanser, but in general, it's okay to switch your cleanser. If you like a gel cleanser, switch it maybe to something that's a little bit more lotiony or a little bit more cushiony. Look for ingredients like oatmeal, chamomile, seaweed. We like to use seaweed in some of our products at Reviva because they contain, seaweed generally contains mineral extracts, which help to stimulate skin cells. So it's good for your skin. So, and that's it. I had a very cute slide at the end of a little puppy with all snowflakes on it. So I'm sorry you didn't get to see that. But the slide said that all in all, now you know how to protect your skin. Also enjoy the season and remember that spring is just around the corner. But anyway, so if you have any questions, now would be a good time to ask. I can't hear you, but I can see you can use the chat function if you know how to do that. And I'll just wait a little bit to see if anybody has any questions about anything that we discussed today. And know that again, this presentation, it will be available on our website to review again. Or you can reach out to us at any time. We're very accessible here at Reviva. So, okay. All right, so a question has come in. Do you use any retinol in your products? We might, retinol, no, per se. I think there's some vitamin A derivative, and we are thinking about, I think what I'm thinking about is we are looking into adding retinol to an existing product, but that's still in development, so I won't say much more about that, but no, not generally. Not that I can think of. Any other questions? What's the difference, the question is, between the light skin peel and the masks? The light skin peel is, it's funny, it's one of the first products that our founder developed. It has, if you've not tried it, it has a more granular feeling to it. So when you put it and sort of rotate it around your face as you're applying it, it is going to be doing an exfoliation action on your face. You let it sit there for a little bit, and then when you wash it off. But it's really about those granular pieces versus, let's say, the enzyme mask that we discussed. That's going to use literally fruit enzymes to effectively do the same thing, slough away dead skin cells, but they do it in two different actions. One's physical and one is chemical, we would say, even though it's fruit, but we would call that chemical. So both of them gently remove dead, hardened skin, but in a different way. So it's just preference. Any other questions? Love this. Wish I could actually talk and see with you and see you, but any other questions? If not, you can reach out to our office. Anybody in our office can answer questions in New Jersey. Again, I'm based here in Los Angeles on the West Coast. But we love the opportunity to interact with you. So, okay, well, I hope you join us for our demos, our live demos. Again, if you missed that in the beginning, I talked about how you can sign up and get sample products. I'll show you right here. We send out little samples like this of all our products. We talk about 3 different products every month. And send them out to you for $5. You get to touch and feel them and try them, ask all sorts of questions. And at the end, we ask you to fill out a small survey. And then in that survey, we also ask you which of these would you like in a full size. Pretty good deal for $5. So hope you're able to join us. All right, folks, have a good rest of your day. Take care. Join me next month. Thank you. Bye-bye.